And shortly we'll be underway as the red lights go on, the revs rise, the lights go out, away we go. Then it's a good start from Lewis Barker in pole position. His brother Ryan not so well away, so it's Trevor Gregory from the second row of the grid that's up into P2. But a brilliant start there made by the compact of Gordon McMillan. The rear wheel drive getting off the line very effectively. Oh, and Trevor Gregory's now off onto the infield, and has he made contact with the barriers there? I'm afraid that he might have done. We couldn't see it there from our static camera, but it is still the 154 car in the lead of the race. That's Lewis Barker, but Gordon McMillan, he started on row 4 of the grid. The 291 car has come to a stop there. In fact, it was Zach Burnell, wasn't it, that's had an off, and he's getting going again. But we have the yellow flags out and the safety cars being called, because we do have cars that I think possibly are still stationary on the circuit. But yes, very quickly the safety car being called there. Zach Burnell has got going again, and he will catch up with the back of the safety car queue. So we'll see exactly who it is that's involved when they come round at the completion of lap 1 of the race and they go over the timing line. So Lewis Barker it is that leads, number 154. Gordon McMillan is second, up from row 4 of the grid on his debut in Class A in the BMW Compact that is made more powerful for this season. Ryan Barker, number 7, is third. Joshua Hilton, number 5, is fourth. Trevor Gregory is there in fifth, number 14. So it wasn't Trevor Gregory, it was Zach Burnell. My apologies to Trevor Gregory fans that had gone off in the back of shot there at the foot of Paddock Hill Bend. Trevor is there in fifth. Luke Emmons is sixth. So Josh Hilton leading Class B in his compact. He was successful in Class C, winning the championship 2 years ago and runner up last season with several wins, but he's moved up to Class B for this season. He's leading Luke Emmons, who's in 6th place. David Sheed, the T2 car, is in 7th place. Joshua Bavin is up to 8th, Matt Warren 9th, and Lee Rickard rounding out the top 10. Class C is being led by William Hornsey, number 3. That's the Peugeot 106 Rally. And Tate Taverner, who wasn't there on the grid, did start the race, I think, from the pit lane. And he came across the line 22nd at the end of the opening lap. I think the only reason for that safety car was because Zach Burnell spun into the barriers. He did continue, so I think the car is probably out of the way. And I think we are going back green flag racing again. Yes, we are. So we move on to the third lap of this PBS Brakes Hot Hatch Championship race then. And it's Barker, Lewis Barker that is, leading the way. Gordon McMillan second. Now he stole a march at the beginning of this race, but is he going to have this pace all the way through the distance as well? We'll find out. So it's Barker leading, McMillan second, Ryan Barker third, Joshua Hilton in 4th spot as they make their way through. Quite a gap back actually to Trevor Gregory, who's up into 5th position now, because he's got ahead of Joshua Hilton. But Gordon McMillan now under threat from Ryan Barker here. Barker up the inside of Gordon McMillan as they headed through Clearways and Clark Curve. Quite a wide line being taken by Gordon McMillan, who was the champion last year in the compact. That I think he was racing the Compact Cup a decade or so ago. So over the line to complete another lap then. Barker, Lewis, that is, Ryan's brother, leading by just under 2 seconds from Gordon McMillan in second, and then Barker in 3rd spot. Ryan Barker in 3rd spot, and quite a gap back to Trevor Gregory, who's in 4th position, having now got his way ahead of Joshua Hilton, who continues in the Class B lead and is about 3.2 seconds clear of the next car within that class, which is Luke Emmons. But here's the battle for 2nd place then. Gordon McMillan in the red BMW, Ryan Barker, number 7, in the black and green Honda Civic Type R, the 40-year-old from Sheffield, the owner of Europa Crash Centre, is really piling the pressure on Gordon McMillan here. In only his 2nd season of racing though, Ryan Barker bought this car not that long ago, I think at the end of 2024. So they're heading off up towards Druids again for the 5th time now. And all the time Lewis Barker is extending his advantage. It's 3.7 seconds now as we work our way around this 5th lap. McMillan in 2nd place still, and Ryan Barker in 3rd. I can tell you a bit further back, Matt Warren made up another place on the last lap. He's got his way up into 8th position. in the number 78 car. That's the Honda Civic Type R. Quite a lot of Civics on this grid. I think numerically dominant, but do have various other shapes and sizes of cars. We've got Fiestas, BMWs, Renault Clios as well. Also, we've got the BMW of Gordon McMillan here, which is under threat now for second position because Ryan Barker is absolutely alongside. He's going to have the inside line for Paddock Hill Bend this time as they begin lap number 7. And Ryan Barker, after about 3 laps of trying, has finally gone through to take second place away from Gordon McMillan. We thought this might be the case, that Gordon would start the race strongly, but Fade, rear-wheel drive, of course, that BMW. But in qualifying, he was only 8th fastest. He did a 54.9 compared to a 53.0 for the race leader. So if he was going to make up ground, it really did need to be at the start of the race. 9 minutes of the race still to go here in the opening round of the season for the PBS Brakes Hot Hatch Championship. They're just going past one of the back markers there. First of those cars, in fact it is the 301 car I think that they've just gone past. That's Gareth Wiltshire's 2.4 litre Class A Honda Civic Type R. There's a black and orange mechanical warning flag. That is for Zach Burnell, who of course has damage, having spun into the barriers on the opening lap of the race. So the officials have spotted maybe something dragging from his car and wanting him to call into the pits just to get that seen to. There's Joshua Hilton, and just behind him is Trevor Gregory. So Hilton's got himself back ahead of the Civic. So Trevor's back down to 5th position now, and he splits the 2 Class B leaders, albeit there's about 4 seconds between Hilton in the lead of Class B and Luke Emmons second in Class B. That's the 66 Clio of John Davis. He was out in the Radical Club Challenge yesterday, swapping that for a Clio on this occasion. That's Ryan Barker and Gordon McMillan just putting a lap on him there. So he goes a lap down in the Clio, number 66, drive from Welling Garden City. So up the hill towards us comes David Measday. He's there in his number 55 Vauxhall Corsa. How's he faring? He is second in Class C, in 17th position overall as things stand. There's Joshua Hilton, still in 4th place, still got Trevor Gregory right behind him, so a nip and tuck battle between those 2 cars that are in different classes. There's the race leader, that's Lewis Barker, just getting past the Measday Corsa as they head through Surtees and McLaren on lap 8 of the race. Onto the Brabham Straight he will go once again. Look at the gap he's got now over Ryan Barker, his brother. Something like 6 seconds. I think the timing tower on your timing screen is not completely accurate at the moment, so I'm going off my TSL time screen, which is showing it's not a 0.4 second lead gap, it's actually a nearly 5 second lead gap between Lewis Barker number 154 and Ryan Barker number 7, and Gordon McMillan there in 3rd place in car number 1. That's better. The timing tower has been refreshed. There you can see Ryan Barker making his way through on the inside of David Measday as well. Blue flags waving to let the slower cars know that quicker drivers are coming through. Lewis Barker in that 154 car, driver from Dronfield up in Yorkshire. And there's another signal going out. It's a 10-second penalty for an out-of-position start, that, I think, and that is for car 87, which is Stuart Place, making his debut in the championship in the compact that he's built up. He's running in 11th place in Class B, but possibly just like jumping the start. Meanwhile, Ryan Barker now putting a lap on the number 48 Oliver Cole's Honda Civic Type R. I told you there's lots of Hondas in this race. There's our Class C lead. That's the blue Peugeot 106 Rally, just in the back of shot there. That's William Hornsey. He's been racing with the 750 Motor Club for a very long time. He's 52 years of age, from Didcot. Started racing in 1996 and has raced hot hatch for the last 10 years. Yet to have a win, an overall or possibly a class win. So this could be a first for him. Keen to race abroad he is, apparently, in either Argentina or New Zealand. For the moment, he's sticking with Brands Hatch though. He's just been lapped by Ryan Barker's car, number 7. 6.4 seconds is now the gap between Lewis and Ryan Barker, with Gordon McMillan in number 1, still in 3rd position. There's Hornsey. How far is he leading Class C by? It's about 10 seconds he has in hand over David Beesday in the Vauxhall Corsa. 4.5 minutes to go. There are the Barker brothers. It's not the 2 Ronnies, it's the 2 Barkers that we have at the front of the field today in the PBS Brakes Hot Hats Championship. Turning their way out of Clearways through Clark Curve onto the Brabham Straight. Probably about 5 more laps to go in this race. Best lap of the race has gone to Lewis Barker, a 53.676 for him. Lap record for hot hatches around here at the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit is a 53.44, so a couple of tenths outside that. There's a car off in the background there at the foot of Paddock Hill Bench, past the compression. It stopped on the grass, I can see, just very short distance away from the edge of the circuit, so I wonder if the officials might take a look at that and consider if we need an intervention of some description, trying to see who that is that has gone off. Not yet got an update on the car number. From our fixed camera, it's difficult to tell. We're going to try and zoom in on that, and it's that the 3-1, is that 301 car of Gareth Wiltshire possibly? Got the novice cross on the back of it, but we've got an early checkered flag then because of that incident, so that is the win for Lewis Barker. Not sure whether he actually saw the checkered flag. It was a late decision, I think, to throw that checkered flag a little bit early. Of course, that car's now moving, the one that's brought about the early checkered flag, so it's Lewis Barker though that takes the win from Ryan Barker in 2nd place. Gordon McMillan is 3rd, Trevor Gregory is 4th, getting the better of Joshua Hilton then. And 5th place going to Hilton, 6th Luke Emmons. So a slightly early conclusion to that hot hatch race. It had about 3 minutes left to run, but already the majority of drivers have come through and taken the checkered flag. We'll give you a look at the results then. Confirmation of the win for Lewis Barker at the end of 12 laps of racing. He was 3.958 seconds clear of Ryan Barker. In 3rd place was Gordon McMillan in his first time out in the BMW Compact. Great result for Trevor Gregory. He was 4th in the Honda Civic Type R. Joshua Hilton won Class B in his BMW Compact, first time out in that car in 5th place. Tate Taverner up to 6th place in the end on the last lap in car 22, having started from the pit lane. Luke Evans was 7th. Lee Rickard was 8th, those two 2nd and 3rd in Class B. Joshua Bavin 9th and Matt 1 rounding out the top 10. A bit further back you can see in 14th position there, the number 3 car of William Hornsey. He was the first of the Class C cars home, and the 2nd and 3rd in that class you've got David Measday in number 55. He was in 16th position, and then Mel Higgins, number 92, in the Citroen Saxo. To see a lot of those cars out in this championship, taking 17th place and 3rd in Class C. So those are the results of the first PBS Brakes Hot Hats Championship race. There's going to be another one for them later on this afternoon at around about 20 past 5, or maybe a little bit later than that, because we actually started racing after the lunch break a little bit later than we thought. Right, we're going to head down in a moment to hear from Yusuf bin Sahel with successful drivers in Hot Hatch.
Well, thank you very much. We are in the pit lane, and we've just had Joshua Hilton come in to the pit. So let's have a chat with our Class B winner. Josh, you've got 2 microphones to talk into, so you can pick your preference. How was the race?
Very good. It was some couple of laps towards the end. People were putting stuff down on the track, but take it as it goes.
How difficult was it to essentially navigate the circuit with fluid out on track and you don't know how much it's drying?
I mean, once you've done it once, you don't go there again. So, once you've learnt where it is, just stay away from it as best you can.
Well, congrats on the Class B victory, and will we be seeing you at Silverstone in a few weeks?
Definitely.
Okay, well, best of luck for that.
Thank you.
Right, we'll move on to our Class C winner, which I believe is William Hornsey. William, hello. How's the racing?
Very good, very good. This is my 10th season in Hot Hatch, and it's my first win. So I'm quite overwhelmed by it, to be honest with you.
Did you say it was your first win as well?
Yeah, first win, and the engine blew up two weeks ago. So I've got a new engine in it, everything. So yeah, a bit silly, really, but it's absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe I actually finally won one. Amazing.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic to see that, you know, those fairy tale stories do happen, and you mentioned the engine going as well a few weeks ago. Is this the start of many more to come?
I hope so. I mean, I've been coming to 750 Motor Club events for nearly 25 years. Never won anything before, but today, can't believe it. Absolutely, just best day. Can't believe it. Absolutely amazing.
Do you have a little space in the sitting room, in the living room, to put up the trophy?
I will do today. You ain't kidding. Pride place. Move all the stuff off the mantelpiece and stick it right in the middle.
Fantastic stuff. Congrats against William, and we'll see you at Silverstone.
I hope so. Yeah.
So absolutely fantastic to hear from William, his first ever race win in the Hot Hatch in 750 Motor Club. We'll have a chat then with Lewis Barker. Lewis, how was it out there?
All right, actually. I had a bit of a moment going down Graham Hill. Got a bit too wide, but yeah, no, I just controlled it from the beginning, just got a good launch. I saw Swan come with me, but I just literally head down next corner and just let them fight behind. I was just concentrating on every corner, my braking markers, and just hopefully drive, which I did do, drive off and get off. Obviously caught back markers up a bit, which were a little bit of not a nightmare, but obviously it slowed me down a bit. But obviously, yeah, we were just one from start to beginning, really quite simple, really.
You looked really quick in qualifying, really quick in the race. More to come in Silverstone?
Yeah, there's always more to come. And today I'm always getting pushed. Obviously, Jake, my coach, is always pushing me, wanting me to be better and better and better. Ben, team around me, what I've got a great team, and everyone, like from my brother and everyone, we're all pushing and we want more. We're here to race and we're here to be the best we can be.
Well, you've done some excellent racing today, and hopefully we'll see you at Silverstone. I'm sure you won't be hoping it, but hopefully for us, we get to see a little bit more of a challenge and see you get your elbows out a bit.
Yeah, brilliant. That's what we come here for. We come to race, don't we? And that's what we want. Nothing better than door-to-door racing. Okay. All right.
Well, congrats again, and we'll see you at Silverstone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, and with that, we're going to head back over to the commentary box because we've got our Race Parts Historic 750 Formula Series coming up next.